Alright gamers, welcome back. World of Warcraft Classic Hardcore Ironman Adventures Episode 83. We're back. Let's jump into the world, shall we? My cat is sitting on my lap, so I'm a little distracted. I could show you, but then I'd never get the webcam exactly back in the position that we have it right now. So last time we had started wrapping up the end of, oh, there he goes. We started wrapping up the end of the Swamp of Sorrows, at least for the time being. There's not too much to do here. It's just a quick little pit stop in Stonard and kind of learning about what's going on here, and then also down at this this little internment camp down here at the Misty Reed Strand. I think one of our final quests here is to finish off some of these murlocs towards the coast, so I'm going to head back over that way. A few things happened off recording. I went ahead and spent some of our gold. I had so much of it that I just went ahead and bought another bank slot. We bought the one that cost 25 gold. Then I bought another heavy brown bag. So there goes 27, 28 gold that we'd made. But it allows us to store more things. More of our solid blasting powder, which I have a ton of. More of our mithril bars, which we, again, have a ton of. But as well as, you know, cool little cosmetic items or little flavor items like the Rogue's Diary, our Goblin Engineer membership card. I put the Scroll of Mizrael in there for when we take that on later, but we're not going to mess with that for God knows when we'll actually take that on. I also replenished our flash powders, our blinding powders, made new poisons, made a couple more iron grenades since we used some of our high explosives to fill in the slots here. And I also was doing research on this trinket that we found last night, this random rare bind on equip, 15 fire resistance on use, 50 fire resistance trinket. I mean, this thing is insanely good for early phases of WoW's history, and for when servers like reset and you have early phases in a server's life cycle lifespan. This thing, back in 2006, was selling on the auction house for like 250 to 500 gold. There was people writing on Wowhead like, if you have one on X server, let me know, send me mail, I'll buy it for 550 gold. It's basically best in slot for the main tanks in Molten Core because of its fire resistance. Main tanks were expected to have like 300 fire resistance, and with all of your before gear and with like all of your items and stuff that you could get with like potions, elixirs, fire resistance, or if you were on the Alliance, like it could be difficult to get there, and this item was just so good for those main tanks that this thing would sell for so much money. Like half of an epic mount is what this would sell for. So I'm just still blown away that we actually found one just by straight chance. It's not something that I was looking for, or it's not something I think is particularly valuable for us. I think it's very good, and it will be handy when we start taking on areas like the Burning Steppes, when we start taking on areas like the Blasted Lands, where there's a lot of mobs with fire damage, and I can, make use out of this 10-minute cooldown of 50 fire resistance on demand. Ooh, does that reduce my hit chance? I feel like it does. God, 50%. Yeah, that hurts. Oh, need to pull the mouse out a little bit. There we go. So yeah, one of the last quests we have here is to just deal with a lot of these murlocs along the coast. So we're going to kill a couple of these, about 30 in total. And then I kind of want to spend some time, traveling the world and turning in the quests that we need to turn in. We have business at the south of Stranglethorn down in Booty Bay that I need to turn in. We have business in the Shimmering Flats that we need to turn in. We have business back at Dustwallow that we need to handle. Just a couple quests, as well as picking up Nat Pagel's quest, or Pagel, however you say it. I say Nat Pagel, but I say it like Tackle Box, kind of Pagel. but I don't like that ink spray, bro. But yeah, we just have a lot of stuff that I kind of want to like roam around, turn in, get completed, and check it off the list. And then after that, I think we're gonna continue on with finishing up the south of Stranglethorn. And then after that, probably start moving in towards like Feralis, Tenaris areas. I do also need to go to Shakes O'Brien, which is another thing that I'm like, that's what I mean by like roaming around the world and kind of handling all this business, all these loose ends that I need to get kind of tied up. At some point I need to do it, and what better time than tonight? It's a later night on the weekend. I am working tomorrow, but it's later in the afternoon, so I can stay up a little later. Love the clams. Let's go ahead and pop one of these carrion surprises. Get some max health. The ink spewers are nasty. These things also have pockets. I should be trying to pickpocket them. Oh, there's a chest in here. Oh, they don't have pockets to pick. Okay. Chest inside of this skeleton of a giant tortoise. He's gonna get it off? Damn. Big crit. Come on, give me something good. Heavy flint axe and some black truffle. Yeah, that's 83 silver. That's pretty good to me. That's a gold piece right there. Need to remake all the money that we just spent on that bank slot. I think before we get out of here too, I'm gonna swing by Stonard and read the final book that's in there. Let him go. Oh, just barely got him. We did finally hit 45 last night, and we hit a new milestone with our food. We get the roasted quail now. Heals for a very good amount. But we can finally see the end of our rested experience bar. It's been a while since we've been able to see the end of that, just because I only play for like an hour, hour and a half at night. But I've been playing pretty consistently this week. I'm starting to really enjoy the grind. At the start of the adventure with this character, I would play maybe 3 to 4 times a week, Not every night, because I'd be working on other things, or I was busy, or whatever the situation or case was. If it was raining outside, I don't really like to play when it's raining, in case I were to lose power and disconnect. I'd feel awful. Which, knock on wood, we have not had any disconnect issues. Thank you, Lord. And I pray that we don't throughout the whole series, but that's always a possibility. But yeah, we never really got to the end of the rested experience bar, and I still don't think we will. Like, I don't think I'm going to get all the way up here by the end of the night, so... But, there it is. Rested experience has helped us level so much, it's crazy. It's one of my favorite things that WoW does, is they kind of reward you for not playing where most games punish you. Now, of course, this game was made in a time where games were built a little differently. It was, built on... Of course, there's a subscription fee, so you're paying every day that you're not playing, kind of thing. So it kind of makes sense that there is some kind of, like, catch-up mechanic for when you have other things going on and you can't play this game 24/7. They're humanoid, so I can cannibalize on them. Yeah, other than that, I don't really think there's much else that's happened off recording when I have had the time to jump on and play for a little bit in between other things going on or other series that I'm recording. I basically just bought a new bank slot because... I'm still looking for more mage weave. We won't get that until higher levels, and I can't really continue on with my engineering efficiently to get, skill ups in our profession until I get more mage weave. So I'm kind of just storing everything until I can... Ideally, I get out to Fellwood and start killing those furbolgs that we talked about out in Fellwood. They've got a really good drop rate for mage weave. Highest humanoid creatures in the game for percentage chance of dropping mage weave, so we'll probably kill a good bit of those. Okay, last ink spewer we need. Need a lot more of these flesh eaters, but I know there's a lot more flesh eaters in that cave, the Stagalbog Cave. Oh, thank God I missed. So yeah, if I absolutely need to, we'll just sneak back by that cave and kill a lot more of the flesh eaters. Cannibalistic murlocs. I'm gonna eat the raw black truffle for now and just kind of get it out of my inventory, save this roasted quail because it's very expensive to buy more. I think it's like a full gold piece, maybe a gold and a half for a stack of 20 roasted quail. So, if I can, trying to use it sparingly. Trying to avoid any unnecessary ink spewers. I don't want to fight them because of that 50% chance to miss. It sounds terrible. I think pretty soon we might be pivoting to a gun. We've talked about it before, but I like throw kiting a lot, but you can still do the same thing with a gun. It's just a lot slower. You get a lot less attacks in between gouges. But the damage is higher, so the trade-off, it about balances out. Throne just feels a lot more consistent. Which, you know, I think Throne just stops getting better at level 35. Like, I don't think I can get better Throne weapons. Because after this point, they become... they become like boss drops, where they don't have a limited amount of items. Like, it's not a stack of 200 anymore. It's just one item that you can throw endlessly. And of course, because we're not doing any dungeons, because I can't really solo dungeons, I'll for sure die. I've kind of been stuck to what we can get. But I need to do some research and see maybe if there's like a rare mob in the world, or a vendor, or a quest that could give me a better thrown weapon, and maybe then I could, stick with the thrown weapons. But at this point, we might need to be pivoting to a gun. Like, even the Mithril Blunderbuss, if I could make this as a stat stick, 5 extra agility, it's, better low and high end damage. It's a full second slower, though, that's the thing. And I have to get 2 elemental fire, which is, they're pretty difficult to find, if I'm being honest. Moonberry juice. I'm throwed off that moonberry. Alright, this is a cave. I do want to take it on nice and slow. Work my way through consistently. Safely. Take everything out on the way in. That way things don't fear back and try and pull other things. That being said, I probably should put a crippling poison on the offhand. Remember, there is just a random level 50 in here too. I don't know why, but last night when we were checking it out, there's a lot of these ink spears in here. Ugh. Oh, it's Fingat. He's a little fella. Regal leggings of the eagle. Cloth, int, stamina. If I was a mage, a priest, hell, even a balanced druid, I'd be happy with those, but what do they sell for? Half a gold. It's less than this gray item, but it's still, money on the table. Nice. We were hoping for... He can drop ranger's shoulders. Those would be nice. Ranger's leggings as well. I'm going to take these 2 on at the same time. Some mithril in here. I should go for the ink spewer. Remember, the flesh eaters, they enrage, they don't run, so Not a single pearl from these clams yet. Disarm is huge against these guys. Alright, a couple more of these guys. Haven't gotten a single pearl. Still no pearl. There's the level 50. The Swamp Talker. I don't know what he's doing in here, but there's a good bit of mithril. I wouldn't mind trying to fight my way through the cave a little bit. Yeah, the boys back here are starting to respawn. I need to be careful. Oh, you actually spotted me. Alright, you're gonna get pulled anyways. Let's go ahead and pull you then. Let my energy come back because he's about to run. Not too worried about the iron over here, but if I can, I'd like to get that mithril. Nothing but that zesty clam meat. I used too much energy. Oh, still get the kick. Nice. 2-point slice is fine. I can get the gouge here. Nah, he still gets it off. Fuck. Alright, this shouldn't pull up there. Just a little 2-piece, that's fine. There's the other stack. Once I get that, I'm down to start making my way back towards the entrance. Let's just make sure, yep, let's just make sure we're okay over here. Yeah, he's a humanoid, he's probably gonna pick up on me. Miss, parry, miss, miss. I love it. Playing melee in Classic, wow, so much fun. 4 pieces of solid stone right there. Now the level 50 is close by, so I need to be careful. There he is. Three-point slice for this fella. That riposte is going to run out. Another item I'd be happy if I was a caster with, but I think if I pull you, I'm going to pull him too. It's hard to get around this guy. Maybe we go this way. Just need one more of the flesh eaters, so let's make our way towards the entrance of the cave and get the hell out of here. It's like 2 gold right there between those 3 items. You look over there. Nice and easy, fellas, nice and easy. We'll grab you. We'll be on our merry way. Yeah, alright. Well, no pearls. Wasn't meant to be. Alright, let's head back to the camp. And I believe they said once we hunted these murlocs, they should have a weapon ready for us. I hope it's something I can actually use. And then we'll probably go and head to the Arathi Highlands, talk to Shakes O'Brien. Iron, I'll get that real quick. We'll head to... I'll probably hearth back here, honestly. And fly from here to Booty Bay. Because we have a quest to turn in at Booty Bay. I'll set my hearth there. And then take a boat from there over to the Shimmering Flats. Turn in that quest to Razoric. I think that's who has the quest. No, it's Fizzle Brassbolts, that's right. And then from there, probably just go ahead and head up to Dustwallow once again and take on the 3 quests that we have there. Get the quest from Nat Pagel.
The sea seems vast and relentless, but you have stained her with the blood of her own spawn. The fishmen know pain. Their stupidity will force them to refortify their ranks from the devastation you've caused, and that is good. Let their gurgling screams overshadow the sea's roar long into the night. I shall smile every time I hear one of them silenced. Return to me if you wish to slay more of the fishmen. I will gladly reward you again.
Interesting. Is this a repeatable quest?
Before you take rest, speak to Tok'kar again. While you were gone, I believe he finished a few weapons. For your help here, he would offer one of them to you. You would do well to test its strength against the fishmen when you are ready, but only to please me further.
Yo, hell yeah. Tok'kar.
Adventurer, you've returned. Good. I've finished crafting more weapons for our fight against the murlocs.
The fuck happened to your voice?
The fresh sawtooth meat, and for bringing a small smile to Qatar's face, I offer one of them to you.
Well, we're definitely taking the Murloc Shanker, 6 agility, 3 stamina, and a good bit more damage than the broad-bladed knife, and it's faster. That's crazy. And that means I get to sell one, and there's no more mix-up. So let's adjust the weapon macros. We have dagger... Well, let's go hammer dagger first. I want it about here. I try and keep that, you know, in camera view. Takar's, Murloc, Shanker, and then we want dagger, so we go Takar's, Murloc, Shanker. And now I can sell this one, or this one, doesn't really matter. Oh, wait. Continued threat, do I have to kill more of them? Qatar.
It pleases me to see your hatred for the fishmen grows with mine. Find more of their kind along the beach, and when you've had your fill of combat, return to me. We shall speak then of a reward for your diligence.
Alright. Kill another 30. I mean, fuck it, let's do it. Got someone else on the beach here. Fire Fairy. This thing is nice, man. Feels good, Takar, feels good. More ink spewers. Oh, God. I'm really excited for the next 3 levels because we'll finally be able to get some points into improved slice and dice, meaning those 2-point slice and dices that we always do are going to last so much longer. Oh, a black pearl, let's go. We actually get a black pearl, huge. I was already in stealth, whoops. For some reason I thought I wasn't. Take on 2 of these boys.
Health warning.
Pop a potion here just in case. That's what we have them for. Yeah, 2 ink sprayers, not a good idea. Let's just get all the ink spewers out of the way. Pop another carrion surprise because this is about to wear out. A chest. Ooh, 469 crit. Whew. I think our PB is still like 518 or 525, somewhere in that range. How can I do this? I should probably clear it out. Oh, we need to kill oracles now, not murlocs. Interesting. Wait for the murloc to go away, and then I'll probably try and pull 2 of these guys. Need to swing by a vendor and sell a lot of this junk. I'm full up. Wonder if I can get this without any of them spotting me. Just a little bit of food for me to eat after this, but I saw some gold bars in there. I guess I'll take that. Get rid of the fish oil, it's not really valuable. I'm gonna head back to the cave. There's more oracles, flesh eaters, and ink spewers in that cave, and I'm gonna have to take them out anyways. But before we head to the cave, I'm gonna swing by Stonard. It's close enough to where I could, you know, empty out my inventory real quick. Probably wind up playing for like an hour and a half tonight. Just because I want to get some stuff done. Travel around the world a little bit. And then tomorrow night we'll probably start the southern bit of Stranglethorn before we get too high level for it. Take on the ink spewer as I'm heading over there. Bro punched me for 106. We'll come back. By the time we get back here, that body will still be here, so. Alright, we're at 25.5 gold. Let's see what we end up after selling all this junk.
Blood and thunder.
28.6 plus a couple iron bars to sell. I'll keep the mithril. Sell the heavy stone, make it into dust. This is the stuff we'll keep. I'm gonna keep it as mithril ore for right now. In case I find more in the cave going back, it'll just stack more nice and concise, consistent. Rondell's actually kind of nice, but same with the falchion. All right, 28.8. So 3.3 plus a black pearl. Which will go right about here. We'll move the star ruby over. I don't think there's anything in engineering that would ever use a black pearl, but again, you guys know, I've said it 100 times now, I just like to collect rare gemstones. Got a full stack of 20 lesser moonstone, full stack of 20 citrine, 15 jades, a lot of shadow gems, lustrous pearls, tiger's eyes, malachite. Malachite. Okay, I'm sorry. Another pearl? No. That's okay. Use a big bomb here. Got that riposte off just in time, as soon as he started to enrage. I mean, it's not playing games, let's just bandage up. The oracles are actually probably going to be the thing that's the hardest. Just need to be very mindful of the swamp docker. He summons swamp spirits too. Oof, I don't like the sound of that. Alright, ink spewers are down. Mostly just need these oracles. Let's get you looking over there. Ooh. Oh shit, spotted me. Save some energy to kick and finish him as he runs. It's fine. This is where it's not fun. You're still okay. I'd like to finish you. Get back into the shadows. Just let you go by. Let's get a 3-point slice and dice. Kind of need to lock in a little bit here in this cave. You're gonna run. I'm gonna bomb you since my hit chance is so low right now. Cannibalize back to full health. Six more flesh eaters, 9 more oracles. Oof. Let him think he's gonna get his cast off. So be preservative with our energy here. Oracles are no big deal if I kick at the correct times. I need to outrange you. Pull you back over here a little bit. They do have a big stick. Let's take it out of his hands. Get a full bandage here. Kick again. Eat some more food. My stamina buff is basically out. Let's put a new poison on the main hand weapon. The mithril's up top, damn. These murlocs are going to be respawning soon. Damn, all the oracles are like past this level 50. I don't want to fuck with this thing. Watch this. Wow, wow, wow. Let my energy come back. Kick at the last second. Really? 622, that's definitely a record for highest crit. damn, that was some damage. Kind of tempted to let the oracles respawn and not go past that level 50 up there. Just seems like a bad idea. Hey, another superior health potion. That's nice. I think those are the best potions I'm going to be able to get. They heal for about 50% of my life right now, so... Very, very nice. Maybe I can get around this level 50, get to some of these other oracles, but... If I pull that level 50, I have to get the fuck out ASAP. This just seems dicey up here, bro. Wait, what the fuck happened to the riposte? It just immediately went away. I guess it was already... I already had it triggered and... I was out of energy, so I couldn't see it or something. Seems like trouble. I was about to vanish immediately if I pulled that thing. We're playing with fire here for sure. Didn't like that one bit, if I'm being honest. That's gonna go off. That shit hurts. Need to kick correctly here. Probably gonna kidney here. Okay, I won't mind fighting these two at the same time if I use evasion. Then we just need like 4 more oracles. There's 2 more back in here. Maybe I can range pull around this corner, but again, I need to be very careful. I should focus the Oracle. Go ahead and bomb that to interrupt it. And you're dead. Disarm you. This is going great. That couldn't have gone better. It really couldn't have. If I knew it was going to go that well, I probably wouldn't even have... I mean, better safe than sorry, but... I probably wouldn't have even evasioned. Now maybe I can grab... Nice. Let's get you down here a little bit. Can't stop that, I messed up. Oh, just in time, perfect. Alright, here's what we do. We distract you over there. Grab you. Get around this wall. How did you respawn already? What the fuck? Alright, we might be in trouble here a little bit. Probably gonna have to use a potion. Okay, we're okay, we're okay. These boys respawn fast in here. What the hell? Let's get a full bandage off. I'd rather bandage than potion. 3-point slice. Spam riposte in case it procs. This guy's beat my brains in. Alright, let's cannibalize and let's drop down and get the hell out of here a little bit. We just need 2 more oracles. They should be respawning down low pretty soon. There's one. Let's deal with this guy real quick. Two riposts back to back feels great. You're gonna come over here, but that's fine. 3 riposts, even better. Get into the shadows perfectly. You're gonna notice me? Yep, that's fine. There's 2 oracles, great. There's usually a patrol coming up and down here. I think it's this guy, so I need to be careful. There's a riposte right as he's about to enrage. Beautiful. Things are going swimmingly, no pun intended, but kind of pun intended. Damn. I'd say I should be out of range there. I love fighting casters sometimes. If you just let them get the full cast off, they're wasting so much time. Oh, he actually got that off. Alright, I just need to kill 1 more oracle. Golden mithril respawn, probably up top, unfortunately. Just gonna leave it. Love an early riposte. And another one right as he's about to enrage. Beautiful. Let my energy regen. I should have let that fully cast. Just waste his time. Like that. Then we open up. Alright. We're done. Now let's get the hell out of here. A lot of this zesty clam meat. I wonder if I can cook this. Like, maybe I can find a recipe that lets me cook that. We'll lose 1 mithril and 1 gold vein, but I'm not too worried about it. We've got so much of it. I should be able to shimmy by these boys. Someone brought a Shadow Panther all the way over here? Or maybe one just roamed over here organically, maybe? And the murlocs fought it? Alright, we've hit our hour mark. Like I said, I think we're going to play for an hour and a half tonight. We'll head to Booty Bay after this. Turn in the Dream Dust in the swamps. That's fine, we'll fight you. I'm going to set my hearth at Booty Bay, that way next time we play we can get back to Stranglethorn and start the southern end of Stranglethorn. A lot of the quests down there are like level 40 to 44, so we'll start learning about the Bloodsail Buccaneers, start questing in one of the coolest... I mean, to me, it's one of the coolest cities in Classic WoW. In all of WoW's history, it's just a pirate town, it's so sick. We've messed with it a little bit, but it was more so like a transitional period between the northern bits of Stranglethorn and just like delivery quests to Booty Bay to get us familiar with it. But another thing that's really nice about questing in the southern ends of Stranglethorn / Booty Bay is there's a bank inside Booty Bay. So all these items that we get, I don't have to just hold on to them in my bag. I can like drop them off.
Well done, adventurer. I call for more of their blood. Let all the fishmen perish.
This guy hates murlocs, and I fuck with it. 4,000 experience for that, by the way. Whew. Already halfway through level 45. Alright. Swamp of Sorrows, you've been real. Fall from Grace. Listen to the fallen hero of the Horde tell his story. I kind of want to do that, but I think it might be tied to the Blasted Lands. I guess we could go listen to his story real quick. It's not, you know. I'm gonna wait until we do the Blasted Lands because there's clearly chains with this, so. We tried to take on Lord Captain Mormac, but it's too much for us. That shit was dicey. I'll look up a recipe when we're flying for this zesty clam meat, and if it's something that I can easily obtain, then we'll pick it up, but if not, I'll just vendor it. I need to become a master chef anyways, an artisan. And I believe the quest for that is in Teneris, yes. And I have to gather some type of meat, some Alterac Swiss, which isn't too hard to get. I think you can just buy that from specific vendors. And then some other stuff, but I don't remember completely. Oops. jump up here. Do you have anything? Oh, and that's why we check. Okay. Int spirit. Good for druids, I guess, but... Honestly, I'm going to make some more bombs real quick with what we have here. Easy couple grenades. It'll replenish the ones that we just used. And then we'll sell the excess. Well, it's really just one blasting powder, but... That's 4 3 times. That's crazy luck. 25 silver. We're basically at 30 gold. Let's read the final book before we get out of here. Who knows when we'll come back. The Dark Portal and the Fall of Stormwind. As Kil'jaeden prepared the Horde for its invasion of Azeroth, Medivh continued to fight for his soul against Sargeras. King Lane, the noble monarch of Stormwind, grew weary of the darkness which seemed to taint the spirit of his former friend. King Lane shared his concerns with Anduin Lothar, the last descendant of the Arathi bloodline, whom he named his lieutenant-at-arms. Even so, neither man could have imagined that Medivh's slow descent into madness would bring around the horrors that were to come. As a final incentive, Sargeras promised to bestow great power upon Gul'dan if he agreed to lead the Horde to Azeroth. Through Medivh, Sargeras told the Warlock that he could become a living god if he found the undersea tome where the Guardian Aegwynn had placed Sargeras' crippled body nearly 1,000 years ago. Who's Aegwynn? The Guardian Aegwynn. I need to look who that is up as we're flying. Gul'dan agreed and decided that once the denizens of Azeroth were beaten, he would find the legendary tomb and claim his reward. Assured that the Horde would serve his purpose, Sargeras ordered the invasion to begin. Through a joint effort, Medivh and the Warlocks of the Shadow Council opened the dimensional gateway known as the Dark Portal. This portal bridged the distance between Azeroth and Draenor, and it was large enough that the armies might pass through it. Gul'dan dispatched orc scouts through the portal to survey the lands which they would conquer. Then the returning scouts assured the Shadow Council that the world of Azeroth was ripe for the taking. Still convinced that Gul'dan's corruption would destroy his people, Durotan spoke out against the Warlocks once more. The brave warrior claimed that Warlocks were destroying the purity of the Orcish spirit, and that this reckless invasion would be their doom. Gul'dan, unable to risk killing such a popular hero, was forced to exile Durotan and his Frostwolf clan into the far reaches of this new world. After the exiled Frostwolf clan charged through the portal, only a few orc clans followed. These orcs quickly set up a base of operations within the Black Morass, a dark and swampy area far to the east of the Kingdom of Stormwind. As the orcs began to branch out and explore new lands, they came into immediate conflict with the human defenders of Stormwind. Though these skirmishes usually ended quickly, they did much to illustrate the weaknesses and strengths of both rival species. Lane and Lothar were never able to gather accurate data of the orcs' numbers and could only guess at how great a force they would have to contend with. After a few years, the majority of the Orcish Horde had crossed into Azeroth, and Gul'dan deemed that the time for the primary strike against humanity had come. The Horde launched its full might against the unsuspecting Kingdom of Stormwind. As the forces of Azeroth and the Horde clashed against the kingdom, internal conflicts began to take their toll on both armies. King Lane, who believed the bestial orcs to be incapable of conquering Azeroth, contemptuously held his position at his capital of Stormwind. However, Sir Lothar became convinced that the battle should be taken directly to the enemy, and he was forced to choose between his convictions and his loyalty to the king. Choosing to follow his instincts, Lothar stormed Medivh's tower fortress of Karazhan with the help of the wizard's young apprentice, Khadgar. Khadgar and Lothar succeeded in vanquishing the possessed Guardian, whom they confirmed to be the source of the conflict. By killing Medivh's body, Lothar and the young apprentice inadvertently banished the spirit of Sargeras to the abyss. As a consequence, the pure, virtuous spirit of Medivh was also allowed to live on, and wander the astral plane for many years to come. Although Medivh had been defeated, the Horde continued to dominate the defenders of Stormwind. As the Horde's victory drew near, Orgrim Doomhammer, one of the greatest orc chieftains, began to see the depraved corruption that had spread throughout the clans since their time in Draenor. His old comrade, Durotan, returned from exile and warned him yet again of Gul'dan's treachery. In speedy retribution, Gul'dan's assassins murdered Durotan and his family, leaving only his infant son alive, unknown to Doomhammer. Only leaving his infant son alive. Unknown to Doomhammer was the fact that Durotan's infant son was found by the human officer, Aedelas Blackmore, and taken as a slave. That infant orc would one day rise to become the greatest leader of his people. Incensed by Durotan's death, Orgrim set out to free the Horde from demonic corruption and ultimately assumed the role of war chief of the Horde by killing Gul'dan's corrupt puppet, Blackhand. Under his decisive leadership, the relentless Horde finally laid siege to Stormwind Keep. King Lane had severely underestimated the might of the Horde, and he watched helplessly as his kingdom fell to the green-skinned invaders. Ultimately, King Lane was assassinated by one of the Shadow Council's finest killers, the half-orc Garona. Lothar and his warriors returning home from Karazhan hoped to stem the loss of life and save their once glorious homeland. Instead, they returned too late and found their beloved kingdom in smoking ruins. The Orcish Horde continued to ravage the countryside and claim the surrounding lands for its own. Forced into hiding, Lothar and his companions swore a grim oath to reclaim their homeland at any cost. Damn. So Medivh, I knew a good bit about him, but I didn't really know his backstory, but one of the most powerful mages in Warcraft history hid himself out at Karazhan, which we know is literally right here. It's crazy to think. And Sargeras had taken over his body and kind of used him as a puppet. And if it wasn't for Khadgar and Lothar, they actually had to kill him. Freed his spirit, so his spirit's kind of like Qui-Gon Jinn, Obi-Wan, well, not Qui-Gon, I guess, but more Obi-Wan Kenobi and Yoda, roaming the astral planes to live on forever, which is why he still continues throughout some of the story, more as a astral, spiritual form of himself, but Deadwind Ravine, Deadwind Pass, Deadwind Ravine, Deadwind Pass. Alright, we're already at an hour and 14. I think we're just going to... We'll head down to Booty Bay, turn this quest in, Dream Dust in the Swamp, set our hearth here, catch the Zeppelin over to Ratchet, fly from Ratchet down to Freewind Post, turn in the quest at Fizzle Brassbolts. Hopefully he doesn't have any more chains. And then I think I'm going to fly back to... there's not an inn at Brackenwall Village, that's the issue. Maybe we just go back to Ratchet. I want to take on these last 3 quests here. Although I don't think I can take Overlord Mok'Marok's Concern. Overlord Mok'Marok in Brackenwall Village wants you to retrieve his Grog, Snuff, and Strong box in Dustwallow Swamp. I'm assuming that's further down south where there might be some elite mobs. Brimgore. Oozeworm. Hayok. Leather shoulders. Again, we also have to head back to Shakes O'Brien. We'll mess with the hinterlands another time. We've got some quests here still. Message in a bottle. Cortello's riddle. The monogrammed sash. This is a rare elite. No, he's not a rare. He's just an elite giant. We've seen him as we were flying down to Booty Bay. But yeah, I think we're gonna turn in the quest here, set our hearth here, take the boat, head to Fizzle, turn that in, and maybe go camp down at Gadgetzan for the night, and then tomorrow take on the quests that we can take on in Dustwallow, finish that business up, try and get this jeweled pendant, and talk to Nat Pagel, and then head back to Stranglethorn, do all these quests. I need to make some time to go to Shakes O'Brien, man. Maybe tomorrow we'll make some time for that. Okay, the giant wasn't up. Grazik. Dream dust in the swamp. Back so soon? Do you have my dream dust?
Well, look at that! You found the dream dust. And how did you like the swamp, adventurer? It's not easy to get a hot meal there, is it?
It's not.
I had to use some of my favors, and gave away a rare bottle of elven wine, and did some...
Krazik snorts a speck of dream dust up his nose. Krazik's dazed. Achoo! Oh, he's sneezing. Wow. Bale, that dream dust is powerful stuff. Rumors for Crabble.
I had to use some of my favors, and gave away a rare bottle of elven wine, and did some heavy deducing myself, but I found the information you seek. Here, I wrote a letter with some very interesting bits on our friend Nazz Steamboil. Do with it what you will. It's too dangerous for me to use. Just don't tell anyone where you got it.
Fair enough.
My cousin Tranrek is in a tight spot.
Sorry, Tranrek. I need to hide that quest. Oh, it's like impossible to click on it. Alright, we'll just have to leave it on the map until it's the last quest we have. I can read it. Cool. Goblin rumors. The goblin Nazz Steamboil is really the son of a goblin merchant prince. Which prince? The price of that information is high. It seems he much rather enjoys spending the money his family makes than he does earning it himself. So he stole a small fortune from his family's Horde and is now hiding in the Shimmering Flats. If his father knew where he was, he'd be sure to seek him out and drag him back home. Minus a toe for his insolence. Wow. Hey, there's Weatherlight. We've seen her before. Yo. The boat. No, it's here. I'm not going to be able to make it. I gotta set my hearth here too. Yeah, we're gonna miss this boat, but that's okay.
Come in, come in. Just don't sit too close to the stove. It hasn't exploded yet today, but just to be safe, I think you should sit elsewhere.
There it goes. That's fine. Come in, come in. We're gonna need to clear up a lot of quest space in order to quest in Booty Bay. Look at all these quests, man. God. There's easily like 10 here. I guess I need to finish these quests and then we can take that on. Where's Deadmire? He's in Dustwallow, yeah. This is here in Stranglethorn. I gotta go back to Shakes O'Brien. I actually have an idea. We might play for like an hour 45 tonight. It might be a little longer, but I need to do this stuff. Shaky Felipe. I'm going to take a flight all the way back up to the Arathi Highlands. I'm going to pause the video as we fly and then run over here, turn this into Shake Sobreen, hearth back here, get it on cooldown, catch the boat. Once we catch the boat, floating wreckage. Once we catch the boat, we'll head to the Shimmering Flats, and then we'll wrap it up there for the night. We'll run down to Gadget Zan and rest in Gadget Zan for the night, but... Oh. Don't tell me it's going to be Strangle Kelp the whole time. Just one box. You gotta give me one. Oh, a mithril bound trunk. Wow, okay. Hopefully there's something good in there. Could I perhaps get another? Oh, sorry. 2 boxes, let's go. Let's see what's in there. Some superior health potions. Let's go. Huge. Some rugged leather. Some stuff to sell that's worth a pretty penny.
Interesting. Have a good one.
See what that puts us at when we sell this stuff.
Hey,
30 gold.
How may I be of service?
Alright, gonna take a long flight up to Arathi. I'm gonna do some research while we fly. I'm gonna pause the video and we'll continue on when I land in Arathi. We'll go talk to Shake Sobreen. We'll hearth back down here. We'll catch a boat. We'll head over to the Shimmering Flats. And once we finish up these 2 quests in the Shimmering Flats, we'll run down to Gadget Zan. We'll log off here at Gadget Zan for the night. And then tomorrow, we'll fly back up to Dustwallow, knock the stuff out that I need to do here, like hunt Deadmire, get this jeweled pendant, talk to Nat Pagel, do these quests, and then hearth back to Stranglethorn so we can finish up the southern bits of Stranglethorn. We'll probably be in Stranglethorn for like a week, if I'm being honest. There's a lot to do here and it's going to take time, so we'll really appreciate the last little bit of this zone before we get out of here, and then after that we'll probably start with Feralis. Feralis and Teneris, I think, as well as juggling the Hinterlands, because I think I'm getting close to. Hinterlands is a little higher level, I guess, but there is some stuff here. But alright, I'm going to pause the video for now. I'll be back in just a little bit, guys. I'll see you in just a second. Alright, gamers, we're back. Just touching down in Arathi. I did find that there is a recipe for this zesty clam meat sold in Teneris. It requires 225, meaning we would definitely get some skill points out of it, so I want to become an artisan chef before I cook this meat, so maybe I just put it in the bank and hold on to it for now, but I think it shouldn't be too hard to become an artisan chef once I get to Teneris and start questing there. It's just, a matter of time until we can do that, but I was also looking at the database as far as, are there any other thrown weapons that I could get? No, there is not. Most of them are from dungeons, like I was saying, or quests that require you to do dungeons. I think it's like level 58 blue assassin's throwing axe. It's got like 11 agility on it. It's pretty crazy, but I think at this point I probably need to look at shifting towards a bow or a gun. I like the idea of a gun because I am an engineer and I can make my own guns. That being said, ideally the one that we have right now is the Mithril Blunderbust. Looks pretty cool. It's like a brown black hilt, 5 agility. You know, as we were looking at before, better stats for us. I'm gonna let that iron stay. Just want to hurry up and try and finish this quest and get to where we want to get to, because it's almost 1 o'clock in the morning now already, so need to hurry it up. Thankfully with our mount it shouldn't take too long, but wrapping up the night close to 60% into 45, which is kind of cool. Fucking Stromgarde Keep, man. The place of nightmares. Hey, my boy, Fosrook. Leave that silver for someone that might need it. Now, usually coming through this back entrance there is, same goes for the tin, there is some mithril, so let's keep our eyes out for that. Someone flying above, yep. Terric Racism. Crazy name. Didn't pull that buzzard somehow. Any mithril? Nope. Hopefully Shakes doesn't have a follow-up quest for us. There's some mithril. The blue moon is also out tonight. It's kind of nice. What's our mining at? 273, damn. 27 points away from max mining. Most of those final points are probably going to come from thorium, I'd imagine. Mithril's just about tapped out as far as skill ups that it's going to give us. We can still get some from it, but it's not common. Mithril, ooh, true silver. Okay, we're going for that for sure. That'll give us a full stack of true silver. Got 19 bars in the bank, so. Don't tell me it's inside this. Okay, I was gonna say, don't tell me it's inside this mountain, man. Full 4. 274 mining. Let's go. Come on. It's a 4-piece right here. It's a 4-piece. Come on, baby. Oh, it's a 4-piece. Huge. Back at Faldir's Cove. Low the lookout. Okay, don't have a follow-up quest for this, Shakes, please.
What can I do for you?
It's a sealed letter, meaning I couldn't read it, so... So, was Seahorn impressed? I bet you his smile reached from Booty Bay to Ratchet.
See you later.
Thank you for making such a long and perilous journey. You have the gratitude of the Blackwater Raiders.
See you around.
Can I protect him? I'm not sure. He does offer a crazy good ring. That thing is insane. Death from below. Let me look at how hard this quest is. Okay. Someone says ludicrously easy. Okay. This is bad. It seems the dagger spines are amassing for an attack. Naga are known for their ruthlessness in battle. They will keep attacking until I am dead. I don't value my own life above that of me crew, but you must help to defend me. The crew will not be able to make it back to Booty Bay without my knowledge of the seas. That gnome hit 60 grats. The Naga will be coming from the sea. I need you to remain up here with me to fend off the attack. Man the cannon and drive them back. Are you ready, Bale? The Seafire Brand. Man, that thing is sick. Sorry, the Seafire Band. All hands to battle stations. Naga incoming. Here they come. You plundered our... Well, that's not a pirate voice. You've plundered our treasures too long. Prepare to meet your watery grave. Easy, fellas. Easy. Alright, Shakes, get in here. Help me out, bro. I love that I gave them pirate voices. It's almost 1. I'm tired. Okay, guys. Also, I don't know what kind of voice Naga would have. You've plundered her. I don't know, some kind of like serpent-y voice. Can I get this off in time? Where's this next wave? I wonder if it's set on a timer.
Can I help you?
Oh yeah.
Nothing will stop us. You will die.
I can distract one of them. That's kind of cool. Oh, whoa, whoa, more coming, more coming. Why are they all on me? Shake seems fine. Alright, well that was all my cooldowns. I hope that's it, because Whew. Oh, it was it. Nice.
You need something? Hey there.
We survived the attack. We could not have done it without you, Bale. We'll be heading out as soon as the tide rises. If you weren't such a promising hero, I'd offer you a place on my crew. But I can tell you have bigger fish to fry. Even if you are a puny undead.
That's Seafire Band. Thank you very much. That thing is juicy. And that will replace our Bloodbone Band, I believe. Alright, our business is done here. We're gonna hearth. Head back to Booty Bay. Catch the boat. Head to the Shimmering Flats. Turn in those 2 quests there. And get ready to wrap it up for the night. Let's go ahead and get rid of that stuff. Hopefully the boat will be here soon. It'll probably be an hour and 45 tonight. Let's go ahead and update our outfitter as well. Update to current items. There we go. Oh, just in time. That's huge. That is huge. Thank you, game. Let's catch a little shut-eye while we're on the boat. Just go back a little bit. No, that's more like it. All right. Oh! I could probably start pivoting towards the superior healing potions once I get a couple more, but for now we'll just keep 5 and 5. Call that 5 really, but I'll see if I can use the last of these 3, and that way, you know, I get some value out of them, but need to pick up more throne next time we're in a major city or near a general vendor that will sell me some. I'm keeping this slot open in case we find like another mace or a sword or something that I can put in the offhand that might be better than Takar's Murloc Shanker. And then, you know, we can have dual daggers and weapon. So I can still get my ambushes off, but... Dude, for being a character that's not able to do dungeons, our character is very juiced. Like, our worst item is definitely these cloth shoulders, and they're not even that bad. 10 agility on the helmet. You know, stamina and spirit on the neck. Stamina and spirit on these cloth shoulders as our worst item. 9 agility on the cloak. 4 agility, but mostly stamina on the chest piece. The chest piece is a little outdated at this point, but it does fine. 5 and 5 on the bracers. 7 strength on the main weapon. 2.7 speed. It's a meaty mace. 6 agility, 3 stamina on the offhand. 1.6 speed. It's very fast, so my offhand is striking a lot, right? 8 agility, 9 stamina on the Razoric racing grips. 7 agility on the belt. 15 agility on the pants. This was a pickup from a fishing box. That thing was huge. Oh, it's Terric Racism. Seven strength, 9 agility on the boots. These Excelsior boots, a quest from a friendly goblin leatherworker of ours in Booty Bay. Great pair of boots. The ring that we just got, Seafire Band. This thing is sick. A lot of stamina, but also some strength and agility, so mostly just makes us tankier, but does give us some damage as well. And then this ring we fished up as well. Tundra Ring of the Monkey. Stamina and agility. Beautiful. We get some fire resistance from a trinket. And the Tidal Charm. An incredibly good trinket. It's a 3-second stun. Long cooldown, but you can use it 4 times an hour, so... Bragok. We're heading to Freewind Post. Hammerung? What the hell did Tarek Racism say? Alright, I'm going to pause the video one more time so we're not going on extremely long. And I'll resume when we get to Freewind Post. We'll make a little trip down to the Shimmering Flats in the Mirage Desert Raceway. And then we'll run to Gadgetzan, the Gizmorium, and rest there for the night. So I'll see you guys there. Alright gamers, we're just touching down in Freewind Post. Let's talk to our old friend Montar, see if he has any scrolls that I could pick up from him. Nope. Alright. Which side is it going to be? Right or left? Right side gaming. Eee, burned. Yeah, you know what, we'll just wait for it. Sometimes right side gaming, it's not always right, you know? I wonder even if I have, where is it? Nice and easy. Safe fall. I wonder if, now that I have safe fall, would I survive this fall? Probably not, I would imagine. It's not something I'm going to test. But it is something that I'm curious about, I think about. Yeah, we still have Iron Eye the Invincible in our target macro. I am going to look for him when we head over here before we log off for the night. Just real quick. Just real quick. Shouldn't take us but 2 to 3 more minutes to get over here into the Mirage Raceway. And like I said, we'll head down to the Gizmorium of Gadgetzan, call it down here for the night. Tomorrow we'll pick up in Dustwallow, Army of the Black Dragons, identifying the Brood, see if I can handle Overlord Murlocs' concerns, look for that jeweled pendant, take on Deadmire, talk to Nat Pagal again, and get his quest, start fishing up those fish. That way I can become an artisan fisherman. And fishing isn't wasted, because right now those skill ups are being wasted, right? So I also need to train in first aid and learn mage weave bandages. That's going to be something that I'm going to hold off on for a while, I think, because I want to spend a lot of my mage weave on engineering bombs. But you know, eventually I do want to make mage weave bandages. Alright, as soon as we hit the Shimmering Flats, let's start spamming this macro. I don't really care about this Vile Sting fella, but... doesn't really drop anything valuable for me, if I'm being honest. Oh. There's the racers. I can almost keep up with them. Feels like it was only yesterday that we were out here. Now, if I got Iron Eye's sword, I'd probably use that. Well, maybe not. Blackwater Hammer is pretty damn good. Oh shit, he's hitting the nitrous. The goblin racers are faster. Dude, the gnome racers are slow as shit. Damn, saw it here first. Check both ways, don't want to get run over. Oh shit! The gnome's pulling back ahead. Looking for old Iron Eye, not seeing him. Alright, I don't think he's up. Let's go turn these quests in, get ready to log off for the night. I'm very tired now. It's 1 a.m. It's probably the longest we've played, but like I said, it's the weekend. I don't work until tomorrow afternoon, so. Zuzubi. Let's talk to Fizzle. Fizzle Brassbolts.
Adventurer, you're back! You found Martek? You spoke with him? What did he say? Can he help? Tell me, tell me, tell me!
I'll take your zippy lighter.
Very good.
Fizzle Brassbolt listens as Bellumber tells him of his adventures in the Badlands. Astounding. So then, indurium is the key? Nod. Yes.
Can I help you?
This is Gazrilla. We're not doing that quest.
Be seeing you.
And then Cravel, Koalbeard. Keeping pace, Pozzik.
Here there.
Did you get anything on Nazz Steamboil? Anything he might want to keep a secret?
Well, well, this is interesting. Very interesting. Perhaps I should bow to the goblin pilot the next time I see him. This is worth plenty, adventurer. I'm sure Nazz will pay a small fortune to keep his secret a secret. Adventurer, you're an adventurer.
Cravel Koalbeard begins to dance. Back to Booty Bay. Ha ha, Bellumber, you make quite a partner. I'm stuck in the pirate voice now.
Adventurer, you're an adventurer I can trust, both to get the job done and to keep your mouth shut while doing it. I've been brewing up a new scheme. It's risky, but if it works, then we could both make a bundle. And I think you're just the person to see it through. To start, you must go back to Booty Bay. I apologize, good adventurer. I know my last task took you there, but this time speak with Crank Fizzlebub. Give him this letter. And if he requires aid, do your best to help him. It will be worth the effort.
Alright, Cravel. Till we meet again. Cravel's scheme. We'll read that when we get to on our run. Pozzik?
The Brassbolts brothers have discovered a new building material. That's the only explanation that makes sense. Their cars have been operating faster than before, but their designs, and all the other data we've gathered from their runs, is identical. What we do know is that Rizzle Brassbolts has been focused on the plans for this new discovery almost constantly. Zamek can create a diversion for you, so that you can steal those plans from them.
Have Zamek create a diversion and then steal Rizzle's plans for Pozzik on the Shimmering Flats. We're working for both sides here. Where is this Zamek fellow? Rizzle's guarded plans. These papers are guarded. Speak with Zamek to create a diversion. Where is he? Oh, here he is.
Let's go.
Keep it real.
Look both ways, bro. What are you doing? You know I'm a rogue, right? I can just sneak in.
Things go boom. Oh shit. Rizzle's gotta go work on it. Bloody, must have been the goblins. Let's see how bad the damage is. All the while we steal his plans. Scribbled in a hasty, hurried hand, a scroll of notes and designs for the refinement of some raw material. Rizzle schematics describe the process of the refinement of indurium ore. From his scrolls, it is apparent that indurium ore is being obtained from the dwarven excavation site of Uldaman in the Badlands. Much of the other notes relate to the heat-resistant properties. Used as a paperweight for the plans is a hunk of... Oh no! I didn't get to read it all in time. Used as a paperweight for the plans is a hunk of what appears to be unrefined indurium ore. Get a sample of that ore for him. Plucky Johnson.
Indurium? Interesting. If it is capable of resisting heat to the degree that you say, it would explain the performance increase the gnomes have displayed of late. This sample you've brought to me will be invaluable also. I will be able to perform some tests on this, but I'll need more for this to actually be of any use to us.
Hurry back! Time is money, friend!
Indurium ore. I'd like to integrate indurium into different parts of our racers, but I need large amounts of raw indurium to create these parts. You can find indurium ore in the Uldaman excavation in the Badlands across the sea in Khazad-dûm. The gnomes are getting their own supply of it, so it's important we get our own too to keep pace with them. Mr. Fizzlebob, the bearer of this letter and I are devising a business venture that we welcome you to join. As you know, I spent much of my time in the Shimmering Flats. The aforementioned business venture deals with the races of these flats. If racing and, more specifically, gambling on races interests you, then please read on, for I feel that your knowledge of Stranglethorn would be useful in our scheme. The rocket cars that race the flats are highly tuned and require extreme maintenance, so it's no surprise that the pit crews are kept on the scene at all times. These pit crews test their cars and make fixes and modifications as needed. It's the only way to keep the cars in a state of top performance. So, we're looking for a means to force a lapse in one of the pit crews' diligence, as any such lapse would cause the crew's cars to fall quickly into disrepair. If we can control which car is in top shape, and which car is not, then I don't need to explain to you the advantage in gambling this gives us. So, from you, good Fizzlebub, we need that means in which to force the pit crew's lapse. Does Stranglethorn possess some plant or herb or drink we might use to addle the wits of gnomes and goblins? K. Koalbeard. So Koalbeard's basically trying to manipulate the races so he can make some money on it. I mean, I kind of fuck with it. Look at the quests we have here, too. Whew.
Ah, a visitor.
Hurry back!
Not right now. I'm just looking for a vendor. Here. Crinkle Good Steel.
Welcome to Tenaris, adventurer. How can I be of service to you today? You don't look like a blacksmith to me, but I know how looks can be deceiving.
Before we log off, let's go ahead and smelt this stuff down real quick. Sorry, brother. Alright, about 2 hours. It's a longer episode tonight, but
Last but not least, let's make some more solid blasting powder. We'll put all this stuff up, and then we'll jump in bed for the night. The banks of the... oh, nope, sorry, this is the auction house. The banks of the Gizmorium. Yo.
Time is money, friend.
It'll work for now. Gonna have to do some more reorganizing, but it is what it is, I guess. Always with the reorganizing. Whoa! That is a Classic WoW Collector's Edition pet. That's crazy. Guy's been playing for a long time or has a lot of money and bought a collector's edition for Classic WoW, which is like thousands of dollars. That's crazy. Oh, an actual bed. Oh, and there's lots of books here. We'll read those another time. Alright guys, let's call it here for now. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you in the next one. Peace and love, and God bless gamers.